fishing videos, but I haven't really had too many chances to go on a real fishing trip. So I have been out to a couple ponds, and let's see, my friend Adam's pond, there's a pond in Mount Pleasant, kind of by East Lake, and one of my boss's ponds. We've spent a couple hours each place, so I'll kind of put them together in a little mini episode of my fishing adventures.
Alright, I'm here at a friend of mine's house, and we are going to do some night fishing. As you can see, it's still light out, barely. It's 4:55, so it's dusk. I got a couple minutes to get some holes punched and look around before everybody gets here. So I'm going to head down to the lake.
First blue of the night, baby. That's a good, it's a 9.5, I believe. Not too shabby.
And that would be the only bluegill for the night at that pond. I know there's great fish in that pond, and that bluegill was an amazing one. It was actually bigger than 9.5 inches. But who's counting? And the next pond was a lunch break. They're over by East Lake, and so it was about 20 minutes actual fishing. Turned out pretty well. We actually went back later on with my friend.
Alright, well, I took my lunch break and went out to a little pond I know of, just right by town, and started catching a few fish. Got a probably 8-inch, and I got probably a dozen or so of them out on the ice around the pond. And so anyways, another successful day.
So the boys are helping me clean fish.
Yeah!
Alright, we're out here for another lunchtime fishing excursion on a little bitty pond here in Mount Pleasant. Got the surprise of the day. Big old crappie, first fish. He's a good 12 inches. Surprising as heck, I didn't think there was a single crappie in this pond.
After a couple of lunchtime excursions out at that pond in Mount Pleasant, Ryan, a friend of mine, and I went out for a morning of fishing, and we started at Big Hollow, which really wasn't productive. And so out of our frustration, we went to my lunchtime pond there in Mount Pleasant, and we did really well. We got, I think we said about 35 eaters, and I'll show you my both big bluegill and small bluegill, and Ryan's first crappie on his new ice fishing pole. And finally, Ryan and I went out to my boss's pond and had some amazing fishing. Beautiful crappies, really nice sized bluegill, and even caught a few bass.
Another bluegill! Alright.
Well,
You are definitely the bluegill man today.
yes, and I need a wax worm. Alright, I guess 4 fish on one wax worm.
That was your first wax worm? Awesome.
That'll work.
Yeah, it's about time we get a bass.
That's normal.
Yeah. So far we got crappie, bluegill, and a little bass. A pretty good selection in this pond. And you hooked him right in the lip. He wasn't going anywhere, was he? Looks like crappie morning turned into what? Bluegill breakfast and then bass bass brunch. There you go. Nothing but bass right now. My little fish eater. Yay! We got a fish eater in the family. That's bluegill. Can you say bluegill? Close enough. Alright. Should we find crappie? There's a chunk of crappie. Bite a crappie. Oh yeah. Good crappie, huh? Uh-huh. Yay!